Alright, let's just get this out there. If you ever played Patapon, those beats are probably still rattling around your brain. Patapon, you remember. And now, for the first time, the little one-eyed warriors are back, and not just on PlayStation. Patapon 1+2 replay has landed on Switch, PS5, and PC, and we're about to find out if this beloved rhythm series is still as fun, weird, and surprisingly tough as you remember. Welcome to Veteran Game. If you want honest, no-nonsense breakdowns of remasters, classics, and the games you grew up on, you know what to do. Hit like, subscribe, and ring that bell so you don't miss a beat. Let's set the stage for anyone who somehow missed this fever dream franchise. Patapon is a rhythm action strategy hybrid where you play as an actual god, using drum beats to command your loyal eyeball troops. Every command, march, attack, defend, retreat, is a little 4-beat pattern. Tap out the right beats in time with the music, and your Patapon army sings it back, charging forward and bringing adorable chaos with them. Mess up the rhythm? Well, things fall apart real fast. Patapon 1+2 replay is exactly what it sounds like. A collection of the first two games, finally getting the HD treatment and a few modern touches. The visuals have been sharpened. The sound is still as catchy and weird as ever. And there are some minor improvements to help you along, like an on-screen combo helper and adjustable difficulty for rhythm timing. And let's be clear, both of these games are classics for a reason. The basic loop is incredibly addictive. Nail the rhythm stack-up combos, enter fever mode, and watch your army absolutely pop off. There's nothing quite like getting into that trance-like flow state and steamrolling a boss while your little dudes chant your success. The second game, Patapon 2, remains the stronger of the two. It adds a lot more units, a much better army customization system, new minigames, hero units with special abilities, and of course, the evolution map that lets you go wild mixing and matching unit types. Building the perfect Rarepon squad is still as satisfying as ever. The music, still incredible. Those tribal drum beats and chants will set up shop in your brain and never leave. The art, timeless, simple, bold, charming, and still unlike anything else out there. But as much as I want to scream perfect remaster from the rooftops, Patapon 1+2 replay doesn't totally escape the past. The biggest issue, input lag. On the PSP, rhythm games just worked, no TV or soundbar delay to worry about. But today, if you're playing docked on your Switch, or with Bluetooth headphones, or on a weird TV setup, you could be fighting lag that totally throws off your timing. There's a basic manual adjustment slider, but no modern calibration tool like Rock Band or Guitar Hero had. So if the beat feels off, you're in for some old school trial and error, tweak, test, back out, repeat, and pray you land on the right setting. And if you're on Switch, play in handheld mode if you can. It's as close to the old school PSP experience as possible, and wired headphones are your best friend here. If you're using Bluetooth, prepare for rhythm pain. Another bummer for fans, Patapon 3 is missing. Again, every time there's a remaster, every time Sony dusts off this series, they just leave out the third game entirely. It's a weird oversight, and it keeps this complete collection from feeling, well, complete. Performance-wise, the games run great. 60 frames per second, sharper visuals, and all the original quirky animations are here. On Switch 2, you're looking at 1080p in docked mode. Not mind-blowing, but plenty crisp for a game with this art style. Still, it would have been nice to see them really push the visuals further for modern hardware. Let's talk about multiplayer. On Switch, Patapon 2 brings back the local multiplayer hero missions, but it's local only, and each player needs their own console. No online on PC and PS5, you're limited to CPU buddies. It's a cool mode. But unless you happen to have 3 Patapon crazy friends with their own Switches in the same room, it's not something most people will see. What about difficulty? Patapon is not easy. Even with the new rhythm timing options, you're going to need some practice to keep your combos going and survive the tougher boss fights. There's some grind, especially if you want to unlock the wildest unit evolutions. But honestly, that's part of the charm. The payoff for sticking with it and finally mastering a song, pulling off a perfect fever streak, and wrecking a boss never gets old. So does Patapon 1+2 replay still slap? Absolutely. These games are still some of the most unique, joyful, and challenging rhythm experiences you can get. The sense of accomplishment when you get it right is as strong as ever, and no other game scratches that same rhythm strategy itch. But it's not quite a perfect package. Input lag is a real hurdle for some setups. There's no real overhaul or extra polish beyond the basics, and the absence of Patapon 3 leaves the story unfinished for fans who want to play the whole saga in one place. Should you play it in 2025? If you're a rhythm game lover, a longtime Patapon fan, or just someone looking for something totally different, absolutely. Just be ready to tinker with your settings, embrace a bit of nostalgia, and get lost in the beat. If you played these games to death on PSP, there's not a ton new here beyond the resolution bump and a couple tweaks, but sometimes that's all you need. So are you still feeling the fever, or has the magic worn off? Drop your favorite Patapon chant in the comments. Let me know if you think Patapon 3 will ever escape remaster purgatory. And don't forget to like and subscribe to Veteran Game for more deep dives, weird nostalgia, and honest reviews. Until next time, Patapon. See you on the battlefield, drummers.